Good morning. This is 5-4, changing to the form y equals mx plus b. So you are familiar with this format of a line, the equation of a line. This is called slope-intercept form. Intercept form, where m is slope. Pretty sloppy. Let's try that again. M is slope and B is y-intercept. Okay? Now we're going to transition to ax plus by equals c, where a is a coefficient and is a number, and b is a coefficient and a number, and c is just a number. And they'll be giving you it in standard form and ask you to graph it. So if you remove everything and you solve for y, and you put it back into this form, it would subtract ax from this side and subtract ax from this side, so you would have by equals c minus ax, and you would divide by b, and you would get y equals c over b minus ax over b, and then you would flip it around and you would have y equals negative a over b minus x minus cb, and now it's back to y equals mx plus b, and so your slope is negative a over b, the opposite of a divided by b, and your y-intercept is opposite. That's still a plus. Sorry, that's still a plus. And your y-intercept is c over b. Okay? Some people can do this in their head. Some people cannot. So if you're going from standard, this is called line in standard form. Okay? So on 5-4, changing in the form, you're going to still have a line, and it's going to say graph it. So what you're going to do is you're going to solve for y, and you're going to change it into slope-intercept form. So I'm going to subtract an x from this side, subtract an x. Notice I hang it out because I don't want to combine it directly with the 3. So I get y equals 3 minus x. I'm going to flip through commutative property negative x plus 3. Now it's in slope-intercept form where m equals negative 1 and my b is 3, which as a coordinate point is 0, 3. So again, if you're graphing them on Schoology, you're going to put your y-intercept in yellow, and you're going to, this is a negative slope, and it is 1 down, 1 right, and the other direction is 1 up, 1 left, and you're going to put the next points in red. And so it's up, it's down 1 right, down right, and then you're going to go up left, up left. In the classroom you would be connecting those dots to make a line. On Schoology you're going to just imagine that there's a line going right through there. Okay. We're going to change it from standard form into y equals mx plus b. I'm going to subtract 3x, going to subtract 3x. Here's where a common mistake is made is that's a negative y equals a negative 6 minus 3x. I'm going to divide everybody by negative 1. When I divide everybody by negative 1, it basically just changes their sign. So y equals 6 plus 3x. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to rearrange 3x plus 6 so I can see it. My m equals 3, or 3 over 1 is a fraction, which means 3 up, 1 right, or 3 down, 1 left. And my b is 6, which is 0, 6. I'm going to go to 0, 6 on my graph. And I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this is a positive slope. And I'm going to make that notation so when I'm doing my graph I pay attention. And I go 1, 2, 3 up, 1 right. And I go 1, 2, 3 down, 1 left. 1, 2, 3 down, 1 left. And there would be my line, and for Schoology you're just going to graph the points in red and yellow. On number 3, it is in standard form. To graph, we need to get it into y equals mx plus b. Going to subtract 2x, going to subtract 2x. Negative 3y equals negative 9 minus 2x. When I have a negative coefficient, I don't like him, so I'm going to get rid of him right now. 3y equals 9 plus 2x. And then I'm going to divide everybody by 3. Y equals 9 divided by 3 plus 2/3 x. I'm going to simplify. Y equals 3 plus 2/3 x. I'm going to rearrange so he's in the correct format. And then I have m equals 2/3, which is 2 up, 3 right. It's a positive slope, or 2 down, 3 left. My b is 3, and when I graph it, it's going to be at the point 0, 3. I go to 0, 3 for my y-intercept. I travel 2 up, 3 right, and 2 up, 3 right. I go 2 down and 3 left, and 2 down and 3 left. And that's enough to see that the line will be here. This is probably in the future, so I'm going to point it out now. When I have a slope that is greater than 1, I have a very steep graph. When I have a slope less than 1, which is 2/3, it is a less steep graph. That'll be coming up later. Okay, here we go. It's in standard form. I have to have a coefficient of 1 for the y, so I'm going to divide both sides by 3, and y equals 2x. I don't have a y-intercept because there's a 0, so in my mind I'm going to say, ooh, this is a direct variation, which means my m is 2, and because it's a direct variation, it's going to go through the origin. And so I'm going to have my y-intercept at the origin. My slope is 2 over 1 as a fraction, which means 2 up, 1 right, or 2 down, 1 left. And because that is greater than 1, it's going to be a little bit steeper than the parent function. 1 up, 2 up, 1 right, 2 up, ooh, should have been in red, sorry, 2 up, 1 right, 2 up, 1 right. Make sure you do them in red in Schoology so I can see what's going on. And then 2 down, 1 left, 2 down, 1 left. And that would be your line. Okay, which ordered pairs are solutions to the equation? This is, you're going to plug in the x and the y and see if it equals to the constant. So I'm going to do 2 times -7 minus 5 times -3. And this is -14. I'm going to take this together, and that is a positive 15, which is a 1. This works. And it says which are solutions. There may be more than one. So 2 times 7 minus 5 times 3, 14 minus 15 equals -1. He is not. 2 times 2 minus 5 times 1, 4 minus 5, which is -1. He is not. 2 times -2 minus 5 times -1, -4. I take this as a clump, and that is positive 5, which is 1, which this is. This may show up in a question as check all that apply. So you would check this one and check this one. Again, we're going to do the same thing. When I say which ones are solutions, I plug in the x, I plug in the x coordinate for x, the y coordinate for y, and I want to come up with the number. So this is 3 times 1 plus 2 times 3. 3 plus 6 is 9. That is not. 3 times 3 plus 2 times 1. 9 plus 2 is 11, which there is my 11. So B is yes. These are checking for solutions and seeing if that coordinate is actually on the line. 5 -2 would be 3 times 5 plus 2 times -2. 15 minus 4, which is 11, which is yes. And when I'm looking at this, I look at it as this clump. And then I do 3 times -1 plus 2 times 4. -3 plus 8 is 5. And that does not work. Okay, if you're working on a calculator, you can do it on a calculator. Everybody at home is using different calculators, so if you want me to help you with how you would use this on a calculator and determine whether it's a solution, please let me know, and I will work with you to put together some videos about, hey, if you're using this kind of graphing calculator, do this. Other than that, we're going to have to do it by hand because I don't know which calculators each person is using. Thank you.